Has you ever played Roblox and realized there isn't that many much games to play anymore, like, especially with the whole issue with the developer chat being removed and all that stuff, Roblox just hasn't been the same. Well, until I found this game, and I feel like this game could really go places. Now, what is this game, you may ask? Well, it's called a block string. And surprisingly, it doesn't have that much players. But, talking to myself is getting a little awkward, so I'm just gonna start this damn video.
Upon loading into the game, I was met with a tutorial. It's basically just a bunch of signs, a few little obbies there and then. It's basically just there to help you teach you how to play the game. Obviously, I didn't struggle too hard in it. I was just getting a feel of all the controls and exactly how the game worked. Exploring the map a little bit, I've learned a few things. I am absolutely terrible at this game because what the hell was I doing? I honestly can't even tell you how the hell I was able to get as far as I did. Because am I just hitting myself over and over and over? Hey, are you seeing what's happening? And shortly after that, I got my first death, which honestly didn't bother me too much because every game has to have death after all. And actually, the death animation completely reminded me of I Had in Time, and I loved it. Of course, I felt like playing this game without being in the correct attire felt weird. I know, the game is supposed to be a block journey, but it's so obviously inspired by I Had in Time, and if it's not, that's on my part. But I had to get into the fit to match it. Once I made it to the top, I was met with the game's first mechanic. I don't know what to call it, so for now I'll call it the ink glass. What the ink glass does is that it creates platforms that weren't originally there for you to climb on and basically just get around easier. After bonking my head a few times, I followed someone into a little hole and found my very first power orb. Shortly after, I found 3 more. Nearby those power orbs, I had fallen down and found my very first sub-area. I'm pretty sure the sub-area is called Inside the Rocks, as it says on the title right there. I don't know what the frick I'm soaking dick and doubting myself. Anyway, this sub-area was pretty much a light breeze. We would just climb up a few areas and eventually find the key. Once I had gotten the key, I was easily able to make my way over to the orb and collect it. Though, on the way I had run into another one of the game's key mechanics. I don't really know what to call it, but I'll just say a time block. Basically, for a certain limited time after clicking the button, platforms would appear. You guys already know this, you should play Mario. And just like that, I had gotten my 4th power orb. Shortly after leaving the sub-area, I had found another button. This time, it was red. What this one did, instead of making platforms appear, it made coins appear. Collect all the coins and you get the orb. And just like that, another power up in my bag. Remember that key to the start? I decided to get it over with since I knew where the key was and it wasn't that hard to get. Grabbing the key, I made my way over and got my next power orb. And just like that, only 3 were left in the game. Opening the menu, I was instantly able to see which ones I had and which ones I was missing. I decided to save the first one for the last since it seemed to be a boss battle, and I decided to end it off with a bang. The other 2 seem to be in a sub-area that I haven't exactly found it yet. But from seeing where other players were heading, I think I knew where it was. After climbing the tree, I was met with the final sub-area of the entire game. This sub-area was a complete challenge of skill and speed, putting everything that you've learned so far in the game into one final test. Although I did have a few slip-ups, climbing this tree was an easy breeze, and I like to say I completed it on my first attempt. Honestly, I don't even know if that was a bug or not, but that button was red instead of blue. And as easily as that, the third to final power of the entire game was collected. After I collected the power up, I went back down to get the ability, so I was able to go into the other pathway that I saw. And in the process, I broke every single bone in my body. But it's fine, I could survive that once, I think. Personally, I wouldn't call this another sub-area since it's just inside of the sub-area, but this area was a living hell. I mean, every single jump you make, you have a chance to just fall and lose HP. Though, I won't lie, the scenery was honestly amazing. This game was really well made. I accidentally deleted the footage of me collecting the other 6, so let's just skip ahead to collecting the final. Yeah, I had a little struggle getting this coin, but I only died once. So, that makes... Okay, I lied. I died twice. But it's only twice, and after all, 3rd time's always the charm. And just like that, the second to final power orb was right inside my pocket. All that was left was to fight the boss and get this over with. Okay, I had a little trouble getting to the boss, but that's beside the damn point. Once I made it, I waited for the platform to head over, and thus became the boss against the... I guess I'll call it the Ink Beetle.
Let's do this.
My first attempt was a bit sloppy. After all, I wasn't really aware with how the boss would act, and I was trying to get a feel of everything. Normally, like in a hand of time, I thought you would have to dash or something attack him while he was standing still, but oh boy, I was wrong. And just like that, my first attempt was over. And my second attempt was nowhere near better. Though on my third attempt, I was getting a way better feel of the boss and survived it a little bit longer. And just like that, my third attempt was over. And it was time for my fourth and final attempt to beat this beetle once and for all. And just like that, the game was over. Well, I had to go collect my power orb. And once I collected it, that was it. And that was the entire game. Well, that's currently free at least. There's a whole other world with 30 more power orbs, but I'm currently too broke to afford early access. If I'm being honest, this game was actually pretty fun, and I had a lot of fun playing it. Although it didn't last for too long since the game wasn't really fully out yet, and I can't wait to see anything more that can come from it. If I were to give this game a rating, I'll give it an 8.7 out of 10. It's fun, and I can't wait to see where it will go. It could even get a story to build upon of why we're collecting these power-ups, or maybe it does have a story and I just missed it somehow. But anyway, you guys should totally give this game a good try, even if it's short, not that long. But anyway, if you want to see me play this game again, like the game, so just hit like the game, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.